In tonight's Healthier Me, a condition doctors used to only see in factory workers is now becoming more widespread. The repetitive movements of texting led doctors to dub it smartphone thumb. It's actually tendinitis. The tendon that bends and flexes our thumb becomes inflamed. Doctors say each year, more and more patients complain about their pains in their thumbs. Reporter Angela Davis talked with a researcher at the Mayo Clinic about the hazards of texting too much.
They've become our constant companions, what we lovingly embrace as we take a walk or even take a break by a lake. Our smartphones.
The phone is a huge part of my life. I do everything from texting to emails, social media, everything.
Texting has become an all-day, all-night activity for many of us, giving our thumbs quite a workout. The repetitive motion appears to be leading to cases of tendinitis as people use their thumbs to tap out their thoughts on their smartphones.
I think one of the hypotheses is that the joints get loose and lax, and because of that, the bones kind of move differently than they would in a normal situation.
Dr. Kristen Zhao is a biomedical engineer at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. For the last 7 years, she and a team of doctors have been looking into what's called smartphone thumb. She says the movements we require our thumbs to make as we hold our phones are awkward.
It's also a movement that requires some force through the thumb. So when you press on your phone, you're interacting with the phone. It's not just a free movement in space.
In 2010, Mayo Clinic researchers began using a dynamic imaging technique to watch the bones of a healthy patient move so they could document what's normal and compare it with what's not.
Our hypothesis is that abnormal motion of bones in the thumb could be causing pain onset and eventually osteoarthritis.
So could too much texting lead to more cases of arthritis in the thumb? Maybe.
There is a high incidence of osteoarthritis in the thumb, and we just want to make sure that we aren't encouraging that onset by our daily activities.
Another concern they want to address is the impact of all this thumb movement on children. What will this mean for them later in life? It's unknown.
A long exposure over your lifetime, we really don't understand why adults get pain, and so children, if you start earlier, you may get pain younger.
Here's some advice to prevent problems. Doctors say you can start by giving your thumbs a break. Mix up your method. Use your forefinger to peck the screen or use your voice to dictate your message.
Mama, can you have Mom give me a call?
You can also perform daily stretching exercises with your wrists and fingers to keep your tendons limber.
How often are we using joints, and how often are we resting them? Are we taking periodic rests, or are we just exposing continually over the course of the day?
It all makes sense, but still, this could be a tough habit to break.
I don't know if it'll change people's habits or addiction to their phone, but it's nice to know that we're already thinking ahead about that.
Angela Davis, WCCO 4 News.
That study is ongoing and researchers have not yet reached any conclusions. What doctors already know about osteoarthritis in the thumb is that it occurs more in women than in men.